Hey, Jonathan Hardy here, co-founder of Leaders.Church, and today I want to talk to you about how to go from where you are to where you want to be as a church and as a ministry. In reality, we all are at a certain place in our juncture in the ministry, and oftentimes there's an end goal we are trying to achieve. We have not yet arrived, and there's more that we're wanting to do, but in between where we are and where we want to be is a chasm. And so this is the target that we're trying to hit as pastors and as ministry leaders. And so what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about how can you get from where you are to where you want to be. So let's first just talk about where we want to be. So these are a couple things that just come to mind for me when I think about where we want to be. So maybe this year you'd like to see more souls at your church than you've ever seen before in terms of people making decisions for Christ, people putting their faith in Jesus, crossing that line of faith, becoming followers of Jesus. Maybe that's the thing that you're really hoping that this year is the year that you're going to see that happen. Maybe you'd want to see some more volunteers, more people participating in the life of the ministry this year. And so maybe that's kind of a goal or a target you're wanting to hit. Could be you might want to see more givers. Sorry for my angle there. Maybe you want to see more givers, maybe more money coming into the church so you can do more ministry. I mean, that'd be awesome. So how do we get more people giving, or how do you move people from one-time givers to recurring giving online, those types of things. So anyway, this just gives us an idea of some of the targets we're trying to hit. So the question is, how do we get from here to there? Well, what happens in church ministry so often is we start something and hope that that's going to help us get where we want to go. So we'll just start with some of these examples. Small group ministry. That was the thing a number of years ago where we said, you know what, small groups, that's the way to disciple people. And so we started this bridge to get across to where we were going. And then the new thing came out, and that was growth track. And everyone's like, oh, we got to get everyone in growth track. And so then you start another bridge, and you get a little further maybe with growth track. And then maybe someone in the church, one of your team members or someone says, hey guys, I've got it. We've got a new ministry. This is going to help us bring more people in. We're going to see more souls than ever before through this new outreach. And so then you start another bridge, and it's an outreach. And then after that, you realize, no, we got to do our online church. We got to get our Facebook Live or whatever live streaming platform you're using, YouTube, whatever it is. We've got to get that figured out. And so then you create another bridge, and it's like, okay, all right, let's do that instead. And what ends up happening is we build half bridges. All of these things are good things. They're all designed to help us to get from where we are to where we want to be. But the reality is methods change all the time. And here's something that I want you to know right here. There is no silver bullet. There's no silver bullet. Everyone's looking for the silver bullet. What's the thing that's going to take me from here to there? There is no silver bullet. I hate to break it to you today, but the reality is there is no silver bullet. There isn't anything that you can do. These things are all great things, and I would encourage you to really dial these in. If you do these things, work to improve these things. We don't want to ever just do things half-hearted or because we've always done them before, but rather we want to keep looking to improve and see how can we do our small group ministry better, or how can we get more people in growth track and all that. That's all great. So I'm not saying don't do these things. These are methods though, and methods do change. They're things that for some people are the silver bullet that they're hoping is going to be the final thing that's going to get them to where they want to be. But the reality is those things don't work. So there's no silver bullet, but there is a strategic plan. There is a strategic plan that you can put in place. And that strategic plan is actually the bridge that's going to help you get all the way to where you are. So the question, do you know what that strategic plan is? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's 3 letters. It's you. You are the strategic plan. Yes, you can do all these things, and these things are all great, as I've mentioned, but you are the only reliable thing that's going to help you to get from where you are to where you want to be. And so the question is, how do you have a strategic plan that's going to help you cross that bridge? Well, do you have a vision? How are you helping people growing in the grace of giving? How are you stewarding the momentum? What can you do to increase the number of volunteers or to onboard new volunteers? Are there things you can do to help build systems in place? And how are you responding to critics? All of these things are things that we actually cover inside Leaders.Church. You don't have to join Leaders.Church to grow and to help cross that bridge. But the reality is, what are you doing to make this year your best year yet? Now, I'm shooting this actually in January, but whether it's January, whether it's July, or whether it's December, or somewhere in between, all of us have a next season of ministry coming up. And the question is, what can we do to get from where we are to where we want to go? And it starts with you. Because here's the reality. People are going to come, people are going to go. Strategies or methods of ministry are going to come and they're going to go. But the only thing that you can reliably work on and change and improve is you. And that's where the strategic plan comes into place that we're talking about here. How you can grow in your vision and helping people in their giving and stewarding the momentum and increasing volunteers and so forth. And we talk about those inside Leaders.Church. Again, you don't have to join Leaders.Church to start working on this. My intent for you is to simply figure out, what is it for you? What is the thing that you can do as a leader to get from here to there? How can you change? Now, if you want to join Leaders.Church, certainly I would encourage you to do that. You can go to the website, Leaders.Church. And actually, for being on this video today, we're going to let you have everything for just $1. That way you can take a look at the material for 14 days, just for $1. And maybe you'd start going through some of this material. And this is just a snippet of all of the video series. We have over 66 video series at the time of this recording inside Leaders.Church. And here you have just 6 of them. So 11 times more than what you see right here. But the point is simply this. We want to help you to get from where you are to where you would like to be. And that is primarily going to happen as you work to increase your capacity as a leader, as you look to grow in your leadership of the people that you are in charge of, that you are leading, those who are following behind you. And we just want to encourage you to do that. And so certainly Leaders.Church is a way to do that, but there's other ways that you can work to continue to improve you and your leadership. But if you do want this for just the $1, all you have to do is go to Leaders.Church/trial. Leaders.Church/trial. That's a way for you to get it for $1 for 14 days. Then if you decide you want to stick with it, then you can actually get it. We'll continue you on to the monthly or the annual plan if you'd rather do that for $37 a month or $370 per year. So all that to say, there's no silver bullet, but there is a strategic plan, and that's you. So how are you improving? What are you doing to improve your life right now and the ministry that you're in charge of so that you can take where you are to where you would like to be for this next season? Well, I hope that's encouraging to you. Think about those things. Give it some thought. Certainly check out Leaders.Church/trial if that is something of interest to you. But in the meantime, we just want to encourage you. Keep on improving you, and you'll be glad that you did. Take care.